target audience for my magazine is middle class people who are of the younger generation, aka teenagers and young adults, who would be most likely students and predominantly male. The aspect of these people, though, in particular, I am targeting to form my target audience is their appreciation of the diversity of music available in the present day inside the UK. Another important aspect of my audience is to be individuals, to be alternative, and this is expressed in their habits, such as listening to indie or alternative rock music, which my magazine is based around, alongside general rock, and other things such as their shopping habits, for example buying Converse trainers, which we can get customised, which obviously then can show individuality. But the most important reason behind this choice of target audience is that they want to have fun and a social life, such as going out to gigs, and as they are most likely students, aka part of the underclass of society with a disposable income, this, alongside buying my magazine, is possible for them. The way in which I have constructed my media product to attract and target this audience has been through a variety of ways. To start with the mode of address of my magazine, which is one that conveys nonconformity. And as my audience are students who stereotypically don't want to conform and want to be individuals, this would be greatly appealing towards them, which I know to be true due to me testing my product on my target audience who approved of it. Moving on to my writing style, I have chosen a writing style that conforms to the conventions of Kerrang's writing style, which is successful in targeting the specific audience. The way in which I have used my images also reflects the way in which I have targeted my audience, as I have used images that portray, either for the models themselves or in the objects portrayed in them, some sort of individuality and nonconformity. Colours which I have used also represent an attraction to this target audience, as I have tried to use contrasting colours which connote, when juxtaposed with their background, the idea of standing out, of being individual, and of not conforming to those around us. Throughout my magazine, in particular in my images, the mise-en-scène elements I have used are also a part of the process of attracting this target audience, as the settings I have chosen are often unusual and quite unique. The costumes used tend to connote nonconformity and independence. For example, on my front cover, Charlotte is represented as a hybrid which crosses the ideas of being a rock chick and a goth girl, which are two alternative lifestyles and as such symbolises the mode of address I have created for my magazine. And finally, some of the gestures, such as on the Sons of Archangel band photo, connote nonconformity, by contrasting to the dominant ideology of younger people always being happy, as according to older generations we have nothing that would make us unhappy in our lives. Finally, the last two ways in which I attempt to attract my target audience is through the house style of my magazine, in particular the correct font which is used, which shows nonconformity through its semiotic value, and through the cover lines which talk about things such as gigs and downloads, which adhere to the social conventions of my audience's lifestyle, and the technological convergence which has been centered around this audience in relation to how they obtain music.